Here we go. Hello once again, Dynamic Family. My name is Dynamo, and welcome back to the channel. I hope that you're all having a fantastic day. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I know that this isn't exactly what I normally do, but it's something that I have wanted to do since starting the channel anyway. And that is doing my very first episode of Health is Wealth. Now, what is Health is Wealth? Detailing mental health issues that are affecting everybody around the world. I detail the symptoms and the effects that it has on the human mind and how it affects people in social situations. I have been wanting to do this for quite some time, and it's one of the other reasons that I decided to make this channel. So for those of you who don't know, yes, this is mostly a gaming channel, for like playthroughs or, just gaming in general or playing with friends and such and such. But another aspect that I wanted to do with this channel was to be able to spread awareness of mental health, because it is something that I struggle with quite a bit, and I have been struggling with for quite some time in my life. And I wanted to be able to put it on a platform to where I could be able to tell other people about it and hopefully be able to spread the message that these are some very serious issues that need to be addressed, and that we should be able to accept that other people go through stuff like this and not have it just be brushed off as something as simple as people make it out to be. That is what I'm going to be doing today. Just a disclaimer, I am not a medical professional. I am simply going over mental health as a subject and doing some research basically onto what exactly these issues entail and how it affects people daily. So the first mental health issue that I'm going to be talking about today is depression. What it is, how I personally deal with it, and to give you a broad idea of what it feels like to have depression. So the definition of depression by the American Psychiatric Association is a common and serious medical illness that negatively affects how you feel, the way you think, and how you act. Fortunately, it is treatable. Depression causes feelings of sadness and or a loss of interest in activities you once enjoyed. It can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems and can decrease your ability to function at work and at home. So in simpler terms, depression basically is something that affects your feelings and your emotional state. It takes the joy out of pretty much everything that you do, whether it be, like gaming like I do. Sometimes I'll get tired of gaming because, I'm in a depressive state, right? And I feel like I can't find the joy in playing because I feel so out of it and so just empty. It really takes a toll on the way you think daily. There are times that you may be just laying in bed at night and you'll just be sad for no reason. You'll constantly question yourself, your life, what you're doing, what if you think that you're doing enough, or how others may think of you. It's a very serious issue, because oftentimes this can also lead to suicide in most cases. And people can't take the strain, the wear and tear on their minds so much because they keep getting into this state of thinking that there's just nothing really left to live for. There's no joy in the life that they live. A lot of people will often tell you that, oh, you'll get over it, or oh, don't worry, it'll probably go away in a few days. You'll be fine. Or man up, man up. Don't be such a baby or something like that. Something that they may say. This is the wrong way of going about it. Like, if you're telling someone that they should man up and get over it, you don't know what they're going through in their life. I mean, everybody has their own problems, and they have different ways of dealing with it. It's not the same for everybody. And I think that the issue is that people who don't have many issues with depression as much as others do tend to say things that are not helpful to a person who does. And that is exactly why people fall into a more depressive state. They feel like they can't get help, or that there's no way out. And so that eventually leads them to taking their life, or just cutting themselves off from society in general. They'll just sit in their room, or they just won't want to talk to anybody. And it really is a serious issue that needs to be talked about in today's day and age. So the ways that I personally deal with depression in my own way is doing things that take me away from others or stressful situations. So what I'll do is I will maybe go on a long walk down in the park south of the town where I live here at now. I'll just take a long walk. It won't be with anybody. I'll just put my earbuds in. I'll just walk. I'll listen to music, and I enjoy nature. And I feel like that's one of the best ways to deal with something like this, is to be able to take yourself away from a situation in which you feel like is going to bring down your confidence and bring down your own self-outlook of yourself. Because it's important to remember that we all have limits, and being able to recognize that we have these limits in the first place is one of the best ways to get help, and to be able to reflect and distance yourself from it in a healthy way, and to be able to, in a worst case scenario, be able to call out for help. It is okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. I don't care what anybody says. Always, always, always ask for help, no matter who it may be. If it's a stranger on the street, if it's your mom, your dad, your brother, your best friend, just anyone, anybody. And if things get really, really bad for you, and you are having dark thoughts, and you feel like you can't deal with this in a healthy and positive way, then go to therapy, call a hotline, get the number for the suicide hotline. That way you can talk to someone. Talking is the most healthy way that you can deal with depression. It is important that you let your feelings be known, even if you feel like you are pushing your feelings onto someone else. This is something that I struggled with for quite a long time, because I felt like my feelings just didn't matter. I felt like I just was a bother to pretty much everyone in my life, whoever it was. Even getting a ride from someone can be stressful for me a lot of the time, because I feel like I'm just getting in someone's way, or I'm basically making them do something that they don't want to do, and they're just basically dragging themselves out and wasting gas money, just for someone like me. It got to the point where I basically was just in my room some days, and I was just kind of crying to myself a lot of the time, because I just didn't know how to deal with emotions like these, and it was not healthy for me to keep these feelings in, because it only gets worse and worse the more time goes on, and the less you tell people about it. It is always important to make sure that you get help, no matter who it's from. I know that's a hard thing for me to tell you and say, well, Dynamo, it's not that simple to just get help. I know it's hard. I know how difficult it can be for you to open up to other people and to let yourself be vulnerable in a state like this, and be able to tell yourself that it's okay to get help. I know that there may be a lot of days where you feel like your life does not matter, and I want to tell you that that is not true. Every single one of your lives matter, no matter who it is, right? We all have a place in this world. I've been trying to look on the positive side of life, even though I still go through depression daily, and it has helped me be able to come to terms with the fact that I have depression in the first place. I'm not afraid to say it. I have depression, right? It's not something that you should be ashamed of. It's not something that you should be afraid to tell other people. It is completely normal for you to have these feelings, and for someone to tell you that it's just it'll go away or it won't matter within a couple of days. It's not true. It really isn't. It's something that a lot of people struggle with in this world, and I feel like we sort of just kind of gloss over it because a lot of us are living, the life that we've always wanted to and don't exactly feel this way, right? And there's just this big disconnect between people who don't have it to people who do. The gap is widening slowly over time. And if we don't do something about it, it really will affect more people every single day. This is not a small issue. It's a big issue. And I feel like we should all be able to chip in some way, shape, or form and to let people know that they're not alone. You are not alone. You're not. I'm just like you. Just like you. I have these same feelings. I know what you're going through. I know the pain that you're feeling. And I want to tell you that it will be okay. You are worth it. You will always be worth it. Don't ever let anyone tell you different. You have a purpose in this world. I know that you can fulfill it. You just have to be able to accept the fact that you have these feelings and at the same time be able to reach out and have a helping hand. I hope that you'll be able to learn something from this. My goal with YouTube was, yes, I wanted to do gaming, but at the same time, I wanted to be able to spread a positive message about issues such as these. Before I end this video, I just want to share a very small story. Hopefully I keep it short. I tell this long pretty much every single time, but I just want to say one last thing before I go. Back in high school, I believe it was summer vacation, the summer right after I graduated high school. I remember that there was a day where I got into this huge argument with my mom about me basically not being smart with my money. I was an idiot. I was a kid. I was indulging myself in this fantasy that I had all the money in the world and that I could do whatever I wanted whenever I wanted. My mom told me about how you just can't spend all this money in one place. It's not how life works. And she was trying to help me and trying to teach me about how important it was to save my money. But I didn't listen to her, and I basically got into this huge fit, and I managed to hurt her in a deeper way than I ever could have possibly imagined. After that, I locked myself in my room for about an hour, and so did she. And then when I came out, I headed to the local river that was just down the street from where I was living at the time. And my mom had just gone to work after I left. And I went down to the river and I sat there and I closed my eyes and I just saw my life flash before my eyes. It was the weirdest thing. And I had realized all the dumb stuff that I had been doing up until that point in my life, and how I had been so negative and so angry at everybody because of these feelings that I had pent up inside. It overflowed. The glass tipped over and it leaked, and I ended up hurting my own family because of it. When I opened my eyes, I felt like I just didn't know who I was anymore. Everything that I had always been taught and everything that I was always speaking about, on the outside, I felt like I was a very positive person, and I didn't want my own personal feelings to get in the way of anything that was going on in my life, whether it be hanging out with my friends or my family or doing something fun. I always tried to keep this facade of just being positive and telling others that, it'll be okay, and that, I'll always be there to help them. But at the same time, I was a hypocrite. I felt terrible. I felt ashamed of who I was. And immediately after that, I walked home and I sat on my couch and I called each member of my family. I called my dad. I believe I texted my brother or called him too. I'm not quite sure. And I I was on the brink of tears. And I apologize for every single thing that I had done throughout my life that was so stupid and so selfish and so ignorant that I had been blinded by the fact that everything that I had was right in front of me the whole time. I decided that I was going to be an advocate for mental health at some point in my life. And, well, this is it. It kind of came full circle. And being able to tell the story to you all is truly a blessing in and of itself. If anything, it proves that anybody can overcome depression just like I have. Even though I still struggle with it today, and it's something that I have been trying to learn from every single day, I still feel like I have grown and have been able to help my community no matter where I am, no matter where I'm at. I hope that this video was informative. I want to thank everybody for watching this video, no matter who you are, no matter where you are on the internet. Just know that whatever you are going through in your life right now, no matter what challenges you may be facing, I know that you can do it. I am rooting for you, I am cheering for you, and know that I am here for you. And know that I am here to spread the message of depression no matter where I go, no matter what I do. And I will always continue to do that for the rest of my life. To those of you who are going through a very, very, very tough time in your life, I'm going to post the suicide hotline number down in the description below for you. And if you need someone to talk to and are considering the possibility of taking your own life, I urge you, please call this number. They can help you. They are there for you. They will listen to everything you have to say, and I promise that it will be worth your time. Thank you guys once again for watching. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. And to always remember, don't be constant, be dynamic, but most importantly, be healthy. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.